What's up,
It feels
guys?
so good to be back.
To be back. Oh my gosh, guys, it's been a
It's been so long.
time since we've posted, and I guess we just kind of fell off. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole Kappa thing too kind of got both of us worried a little bit.
Down.
But we did not get attacked by Kappa. And
No,
we
didn't get attacked by a cop.
that was like,
Yeah.
that pretty much tells us that we need to keep going.
And it's honestly not that bad. Like, it's not as bad.
It's not as bad as people were.
Like, they were like, oh my gosh, Kappa's gonna end my career.
Kappa's gonna destroy everything.
It really wasn't.
It's really not that bad.
It was like a huge letdown.
But it's nothing to joke about. We don't need to, because it did kind of like, some people's channels are 100% child friendly.
Yeah.
Or child directed towards children, and that's what they make their living off of. So
in my opinion, I think they should just move all the stuff made for children onto YouTube Kids.
yeah, they have that for a reason.
They have that for a reason. Yeah.
Let's not get into law stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway,
what are we doing today?
Today we are giving our first impressions on Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
At long last, here we are.
I saw it Saturday. And it was
Yeah. Let's leave that for after the intro.
okay. Intro.
Okay, so
okay, we're back.
So, first impressions, walking out of the theater, what were your thoughts going through your head walking out of the theater?
There ain't no way that they had Palpatine as his granddaughter since the beginning of The Force Awakens.
Yeah, probably not. yeah, you're not wrong there. But overall, what did you think of it? Like,
I thought it was good, you know?
Yeah, me too.
By the way, spoilers ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Very big spoilers ahead. We forgot to mention that.
Oh, well. You knew what you were getting into. Alright,
Future us. Edit spoilers ahead in the beginning of the video. Hey.
yes.
There we go. Okay.
Alright,
But yeah, overall, very good movie.
yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a good wrap-up.
Yeah, I think it ended the saga perfectly.
Just standing.
Ended it the way it
Tatooine.
began.
Yeah, Tatooine.
With the hero of the saga, or of the trilogy, standing on a sand dune,
A
looking
droid.
at the double sunset
With a droid.
with a droid. Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Mhm.
Because, you know, we got to see Kylo's. He got to finally see his turn to the light side.
Yes,
We knew it was
I
gonna
love
happen.
Yeah, because there was a thing, like they had the thing in The Last Jedi where Rey kind of had a pull to the dark side, and Kylo Ren kind of had a pull to the light side, and so it was kind of like this thing where they almost swapped places.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I thought it ended pretty well. Anything you didn't like about it? Anything in particular?
They kind of rushed Palpatine in. I felt his introduction was a little rushed.
I also think like the whole beginning
Yeah.
was a little bit rushed.
It was a little bit
like
because I mean you just went into it and then
whoa, we figured this out. Oh, hey, look, we found this, and
oh, we're already 5 minutes into the movie and Kylo Ren is meeting Palpatine.
Well, I mean, they kind of did want to start with
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
I thought Palpatine was creepy.
Yeah, he was
pretty creepy.
Was he at his most powerful then?
I think so. I think he was. Well, after he absorbed the life force of Rey and Kylo, that was his most powerful point.
I do have a question.
Mhm.
Okay, so while it's like I we still have a question on how he returned, right? Like we don't know for a fact
the thing with the Sith is that when they die, their spirit can leave their body and go into another body. So my thinking is he probably had like we saw in the in Exegol, he had like a bunch of like workers there, and he had like a tube full of
Snoke
Snoke clones, and so my thinking is he probably cloned himself, or his followers cloned him after he died, and his spirit went into that body.
That would make sense.
I think that might be what happened.
He was hooked up to a giant robot arm, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that was so he could move around.
Yeah. Okay.
The first body where Kylo Ren met him, he was on like a whole pedestal thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
remember that.
So, I think
because you could tell he looked a little bit different.
yeah,
Like he didn't have like the
whole
cave in his forehead. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Like it was kind of like just straight across.
Yeah, but like it's all for dramatic effect because he did die, and so like his eyes are completely white, which is just terrifying.
Yeah.
But I really do think the ending like wrapped it up really well in terms of
yeah, it did.
yeah, some really cool scenes. What was your favorite scene? I think
I liked the one when Kyle was just kind of like, he like Ray like gave him the blue lightsaber, and he's like the Knights of Ren around him. He's like. Just starts wrecking those boys.
I love that scene. Like
it's so cool.
The Knights of Ren are awesome. I love the Knights of Ren.
Cool boys.
There's one question I have.
Oh.
They're all Force sensitive, but they don't use lightsabers, which is kind of strange. But
okay, that was a cool scene. But I think my favorite Star Wars character of all time is Darth Vader. Okay, so I thought it was cool when Palpatine's voice, like in the beginning, it was like. He was like talking in Palpatine voice, and then like all of a sudden it switched over to like Darth Vader voice.
I have been every voice that you have ever heard.
Yeah, that was so cool. Like that, like shocked me. Like I genuinely.
It was like
oh. that was cool. That was really cool. I like that.
I think my favorite scene may be the one that we saw in the trailer where Rey does the backflip over Kylo Ren's TIE fighter, and then. The extension of that, she slices the wing and it crashes, and the transport's leaving, and
Chewie just
Rey puts her hand up and like the force pulls it back. That's the Force lightning thing. Oh my goodness! No, I don't think anyone saw that coming.
Yeah, I remember I texted you one night. Like I was watching TV, and like a TV spot came on, and it was like you barely saw like some electricity leave from Rey's hand, like from that scene. They cut it, and I was like, "Yo, I think Rey just got Force lightning." You were like, "Oh snap!"
I was like, "I don't know about that," but sure enough, yeah. I think that was my favorite scene. That scared me that shook me to my core when I saw her blow up the transport, and everybody thought that Chewie was on it and that she just killed Chewie. I was like, no, they can't do that. No,
they can't do that because Leia died, Han died, Chewie died,
and there was a moment that I did cry in that movie.
And their son died.
They're all Force ghosts together, except not Han Solo. But
it's a smuggler ghost.
I think the one scene that made me cry in that movie was when Poe, Chewie, and Finn are walking off and at the Rebel base, and they say we need to talk to the general, and the whatever lady says she's gone, and then Chewie just like falls to his knees and starts banging the ground. That made me so sad.
Yeah, that made me sad too.
But
I am glad that they made Poe kind of like the leader of the Resistance after that.
And he made Finn co-leader, which
yeah. I mean,
it was really good.
Yeah, it was a good wrap up to the end.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem I have, okay, there was a problem. So in The Last Jedi, we got to see that little kid, right? Like first hit the broom. That went nowhere. Like I thought that was gonna do something.
I have a theory on that thing, and we might cover this in a whole separate video. But my theory is, remember when Rey buried the Skywalker lightsaber and Leia's lightsaber, which Leia did have a lightsaber. You can't just start screaming like, no, she didn't have a lightsaber. You can't just do that. Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did.
In the expanded universe.
Yeah. If you pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Isn't supposed to be canon, but I mean,
basically
I'm okay with
everything
that.
in Star Wars, mostly everything in Star Wars is canon. Like
they
like the Vader Immortal VR thing, that's canon.
But like before they made The Force Awakens, they did say like nothing in the Old Republic is canon.
Yeah.
But I think they are making an Old Republic trilogy, which yes, I agree with that. I agree with that decision. But my theory is when she buried the lightsabers in the sand, she did that so that the next if she found the next generation of Jedi, she could go back and give one of the lightsabers to whoever she finds, and she can train them and all that. Yeah, that's my idea. One other thing that I didn't like, they did do kind of like a kind of like what they did in The Last Jedi, where the BB-9E droid, I'll put a picture up on screen right now. The little black BB-8.
Oh yeah.
They advertised him like a ridiculous amount. Like he was everywhere, on every poster, every
TV spot.
Every TV spot. Like he was all over the place.
Yeah.
And he had one scene. That I don't know. And then they did pretty much the same thing with D.O. and the Sith Troopers.
Yeah, like Sith Troopers are really high.
The Sith Troopers were like, oh my gosh, these guys are so cool. They look awesome. They're gonna be like the biggest, the hardest thing to beat ever. They had like all of 3 fighting scenes where you could see them. Yeah.
Also, so you know how the first one, The Force Awakens, was directed by J.J. Abrams. Mm-hmm. The Last Jedi was directed by Rian Johnson. And then the Rise of Skywalker was J.J. Abrams again. Mm-hmm. Well, I thought that it was just kind of bad that they switched over directors again. I mean, not that J.J. Abrams is a bad director. He's really good.
Yeah, he really is.
But like in The Last Jedi, Rose and all those characters had such a big part. But since the directors were switched, like, they had very little screen time.
I mean, I'm okay with Rose not having a big part in the movie because I'm not a really huge fan of
neither
Rose.
am I, but like most of those characters didn't get as much screen time as I think they deserved because they were such a big part of the last movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
the reason J.J. Abrams took back over, he said after The Force Awakens, I'm not gonna direct any more Star Wars, but then Rian Johnson came and
kind of messed everything
up. In the eyes of J.J. Abrams, like, basically ruined everything, so J.J. came back.
I didn't think The Last Jedi was terrible.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I just thought that I thought it was not Force Awakens type stuff.
I like the sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm that guy. I'm that guy that likes everything that all the other people don't like.
Yeah. I like The Force Awakens. I thought The Force Awakens was probably the Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker is best of the trilogy by far.
It's definitely the best.
But I think Force Awakens is next.
Doesn't come too far after that.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anything else we need to add?
That was pretty much it for me. I liked it all.
Yeah, it was really good. And before we get out of here, Rey's lightsaber is orange, people. It is not yellow, it is orange. Yellow is for temple guards, people. That's not how that works. Orange is for pure-hearted Jedi or Sith. So if you have an orange lightsaber and you're a Sith, you're pure-hearted Sith, no like Jedi temptations or anything, and same thing for the Jedi, but vice versa. Like, you have no Sith temptations. So that's kind of like that kind of draws everything in too, because Rey is now like a pure-hearted Jedi. She doesn't have any temptations to go to the dark side or anything. So I think that ties it up pretty well too.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Yeah.
Very good movie.
Yeah, it was really good. You guys should go see it if you haven't already seen it.
Yeah.
Because it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much what we got for today.
I think that's about it.
That's about it.
So,
yeah. Comment below. I've been thinking about this. Comment below if you guys want us to do a Tenet breakdown.
Tenet trailer.
If you guys want us to do a Tenet trailer breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan, and Tenet's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I haven't watched that trailer yet, so
yeah, I'll show
it.
It's good. It's really good. But yeah, comment below if you guys want us to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
also comment below your feelings on the movie. And a little question: if you were in the Star Wars universe and you were Force sensitive, what would your lightsaber color be? Let us know.
Pancake.
Pancake.
No, purple.
I would personally probably want to be orange. So, yeah.
Well, that's all for today, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time on Theories About It.